let's go to the later game because this is the one that you think should be the delivery of the week. It's the Sugar Bowl. It's Texas. It's Washington. Total 63.5. Texas a 4.5-point favorite. And am I wrong to say either of these teams could win the national title?
Washington can't do it.
Okay, so then I know where you're at here.
No, once again, your presumptuous nature has hurt you. I would like to offer you one of my favorite plays of bowl season. Under 64.5. Everyone and their mommy thinks this is going to be some crazy-ass pinball machine, nuts game played in the 30s. I'd argue Steve Sarkisian will fuck this team out of 7 points, and Washington has shown major stretches where they're not ready to roll and they don't move the ball. I think the game will be a little lower scoring. Look, from a side, of course, I'm rooting for Texas. I think they're the more complete team. I think a Michigan-Texas or Bama-Texas rematch in the final, much more enticing to me than Washington, who I think is fake as fuck. I don't like this Washington team. I never have. And for me, Texas, who I'm rooting for, but I don't want to lay 4.5. I'm not going to disrespect UW that they can't play here. But look, Texas is going to own the line of scrimmage. I think part of owning the line of scrimmage, they're going to want to run the football. Going to shorten this game a little bit. You don't want Penix getting 13 possessions. You don't want to deal with that shit, which means if Sark isn't outside of his mind, we're going to lower this thing down a little bit. I think the under's the play.
I hadn't considered the under, but I actually like where your head's at. So 63.5, under 64 points.
64.5.
Even better. I like where your head's at. This is one that people see quarterbacks and they see points. And the reality is
they
these
see light
teams,
show.
And the teams are more than that. So I'll join you on the under. I'm going to play a side, though.
What do you got?
And I like the points. It doesn't mean they're going to win the game. But Washington, I think, 7-0 in games decided by a score or less.
Sounds right.
And no, it hasn't been pretty at times this year. And we've called them out at times this year. But they've won every game. And DeBoer 9-0 against ranked teams. I got the better quarterback. I got the Joe Moore winning offensive line that's kept him clean and upright. They've thrown like 500 passes. He's been sacked 11 times. If they can, they're not going to run it against that Texas front. So I'm a little concerned that you get a little obvious with passing situations, but their passing game is creative. They use the short pass. He'll air it out, but they'll get the ball to the slot to McMillan. They'll get the ball out in the flats. They can kind of create a run game even if it's stuffed. And again, I go back to I'm getting an undefeated team with the better quarterback. They've won all these close games. I'll take 4.5 points in the back pocket.
And one thing to note, we won't know until kickoff, but Xavier Worthy got hurt in that Big 12 title game.
That's right. Was it a foot?
Boot.
Yep.
Now, Sark says he's going to play. I believe it when I see it. Let me see him out there on the field.
Is this? I don't think he's their best receiver.
Oh,
Mitchell.
I mean, they're
more
both
complete
studs,
receiver.
Man.
Mitchell is. I know Worthy's the big play guy, the track speed. You get him off the line, and no one can keep up with him, especially deeper the routes go. But Mitchell was two-time national champ at Georgia. He's had big games, including that Big 12 title game. I think this is a take, the better NFL receiver of the two.
He's full of hot takes today, Evan.